This is your sports TV station in Lorain, WLCS TV 20.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Lorain Girls Basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television alongside Hyatt Hernan. I'm Rob Polinsky. As tonight the Lorain Titans finished their regular season at home as they entertain the Norwalk Lady Truckers in a non-conference basketball game. The Titans come in with a record of 6-14, having come off a win over Warrensville Heights. The Norwalk Lady Truckers, an outstanding season. They are 14-6. This is senior night. It's always a special night, Hyatt, and for the 5 seniors on the floor, it'll be their last time, and I think it's appropriate you're here with us tonight because as a senior at Lorain High School, senior night for you also.
Yeah, and these girls are going to be in this one. This is a big game for them, coming off a game where they had 3 double-digit scores last night against Warrensville. Of course, with the 6-14 record, you wouldn't expect them to be the best team you'd see, but I think they'll be in it until the final buzzer for the senior night tonight.
And we hope that is the case. And then what I think is a real nice thing here tonight, Mark Feldman will start all 5 of his senior young ladies. We're going to take this time out. When we come back, we want you to watch the senior night festivities, and then after that we'll have the opening tip-off. Senior night festivities with Lorain and Norwalk. It's coming up next. You're watching Girls Varsity Basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
I'm a big believer in the power of we.
Got each other, and that's a lot.
We can tackle the tough challenges we face and build community through service and volunteering.
We gotta hold on to what we got.
It's time for you to raise your hand. Go to serve.gov and get involved in something you believe in.
How will you raise your hand when they call your name?
Are you with me?
We weren't born to follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2013-2014 Lady Titans Senior Night. Tonight we'd like to take a few moments to honor our senior basketball players, as each senior player will be entering the gym escorted by a family member and friends. Our first senior of the night is number 12, Angelique Flores. Angelique is being escorted tonight by her mother, Topaz Reyna, her father, Albert Flores, and her brother, Solomon Reyna, as well as Andrea, her sister, and Mikhail, her nephew. Angelique is a 2-year varsity starter for the Titans. She is planning to continue her education and basketball career in college to study athletic training. Let's have a round of applause for number 12, Angelique Flores. Our next senior is number 10, Elena Ganizek. Elena is being escorted by her mother, Victoria Flores, and her father, Christian Ganizek. Elena is a 2-year varsity letter winner for the Titans. Elena is planning to attend either Kent State or Akron University to study athletic training. Let's hear it for number 10, Elena Ganizek. The next senior, number 24, Onyx Lopez. Onyx is being escorted by her mother, Heather Leonard, her father, Aaron Lopez, her brother, Javier Lopez. Onyx is a 2-year varsity starter and team captain. Onyx plans to continue her education in college and study occupational therapy. To the Wolfpack of 2015, I wish you all the best of luck. To my seniors standing next to me, congratulations, we finally made it. Let's hear it for number 24, Onyx Lopez. Next for the Senior Lady Titans, number 00, Mackenzie Stoika. Mackenzie is being escorted tonight by her mother, Lisa Stoika, and her two younger sisters, Jada and Michaela. Mackenzie is a 2-year varsity letter winner and a team captain. Mackenzie plans to attend Ohio University and study to be a nurse practitioner. She would like to wish her fellow seniors good luck in the future, and to the rest of the Wolfpack, thanks for the memories. She loves you all. Again, let's hear it for number 00, Mackenzie Stoika. And our final seniors of tonight, number 21, Destiny Wilson, and manager, Nia Wade. Destiny and Nia are being escorted by Destiny's mother, Tracy Wilson, her father, Shelley Wilson, and her 3 brothers, Alex, Kevin, and Javon. Destiny is a 2-year varsity starter and team captain. Destiny plans to continue her education next fall at The Ohio State University, where she will study veterinary medicine. Destiny wants to wish the future Lady Titans good luck next season. I love you guys. Number 21, Destiny Wilson. Nia has been an outstanding manager for us this year and has been a consistent worker for the Wolfpack. Nia plans to further her education next year at Lorain County Community College. Let's hear it for manager Nia Wade.
Plant inspiration. Provide youth with the creative tools and skills to cultivate it. And you'll be amazed at what can grow. Adobe Youth Voices and the Peapod Foundation. Learn more at plantandinspire.org.
And welcome back as we get set for this one. The Truckers and the Titans. Our 3 officials tonight: Izzy Santiago, Tom Reaney, and Brian Williams. Starting lineups for Lorain. It's the 5 seniors: Elena Nizak, Angelique Flores, Destiny Wilson, Onyx Lopez, Mackenzie Stoika. For the Lady Truckers, they're going to go with Kaylee Flowers, Alicia Lorcher, Sydney Federoff, Michaela Cook, and Morgan Turner. And an interesting start to the game. The teams have, it's going to be a little bit different here, Hyatt. Onyx Lopez is a senior who she hurt her knee early in the year. She has not been able to play the majority of this season. Onyx, they have agreed she is going to start the game. They're going to get her the ball. She'll score right here. And then they will reciprocate, and Norwalk will do the same thing. So Onyx puts the shot up and in. Norwalk will come at the other end. They will quickly get off a shot, then they will stop the game and get Onyx out of there.
And just overall a great gesture between these 2 teams.
So there it is. Federoff scores, and now they need to, well, I guess they're going to have Lopez play. I thought she would come out of the game. Yep, there we go. So Lopez will come out of the ball game. And coming in for her is Gretchen Conabear. Nice gesture by both teams. Onyx Lopez, who again hurt her knee early in the season, has not played since. It's a real nice gesture, good sportsmanship for both teams being able to do that.
And at the high school level, sportsmanship is one of the most important things. These girls are playing because they just love playing basketball. So it's good to get a girl out there who's given her all to the team and as a senior hasn't been able to play. And again, just really a classy gesture by both teams.
Now Norwalk will inbound, and they have the basketball. So the two teams exchange baskets to begin the game so that Lopez could get in. And now we're underway. Flowers with the basketball for the Truckers to Fedorov. Foul line jumper, not good. And a rebound, an offensive board for the Lady Truckers. They'll miss the return. Lorcher with the rebound, puts it up, no good. Boy, they're getting 4 attempts here. Fedorov drives in and missed it. Got her own rebound, put it up, no, but boy, the Lady Truckers hitting the offensive boards, and that's got to be a concern, Hyatt, for Mark Feldman's team early on.
Yeah, I counted 4 or 5 extra chances there, and Lorain really needs to lock down those extra chances if they want to have a better chance in this one. Of course, Norwalk coming in with that 14-6 record. Very impressive stuff from them throughout this season.
Fedorov misses the first free throw. Fedorov again, missed them both. And on the rebound, it comes down to Mackenzie Stoika. Lady Titans running the floor. Nice pass to Conabear. She'll finish and score. Gretchen Conabear coming in and scoring off a nice pass from Destiny Wilson, and the Lady Titans lead it 4-2. Lorcher with the ball to Morgan Turner for Norwalk High. Gets it to Flowers. Long jumper is off the rim. And the rebound this time goes to Conabear for Lorain, and they're going to wrestle for the ball. We're going to get a jump ball. And the alternating possession arrow will give it to Norwalk. So it'll be Sydney Fedorov to inbound for the Lady Truckers. Her inbound is kicked out of bounds by Destiny Wilson. They'll try it again.
And in some of the games we've seen the Lady Titans win this year, one early against Keystone, especially notable. They've won on adjustments from Coach Feldman. It'll be interesting to see how they can adjust to this offense from Norwalk.
There's the runner in the lane by Kaylee Flowers, and we're tied at 4. Conabear breaks the press into the forecourt. Gretchen, the junior, with the basketball. Gets it to Destiny Wilson. Right back to Conabear. She'll drive in. Nice pass on the baseline. Shot missed by Angelique Flores. And the Lady Truckers will bring in the rebound. Cook with it. Cook into the forecourt. Cook got it to Lorcher. Lorcher forced it up and put it in. Alicia Lorcher with her first 2. And Norwalk leads 6-4. We've played 2 minutes. Truckers with pressure. Conabear in the backcourt in trouble. And the ball gets kicked out of bounds. It's going to go to Norwalk. That kick was off the foot of Angelique Flores.
And that's the second time so far Norwalk's done a good job putting pressure on the ball carrier, bringing it up the court. Second time Conabear's been in trouble there.
Inbound, they get it to Lorcher. Her pass to Morgan Turner, shot up and in. Morgan Turner in the paint makes it 8-4. Lorain's going to have to handle this pressure, Hyatt, and there's the ball goes off of Fedorov into the forecourt, but Lorain being pressured by this Norwalk team, they're going to have to handle that press without turning it over.
And again, that's where these adjustments come in. The last 2 offensive opportunities, they've given the ball up.
Elena Nizak to inbound, does so, gets it to Stoika. Mackenzie Stoika back outside to Destiny Wilson. They work it over to Conabear. Conabear, the only underclassman out there right now. Conabear put it up, no good. And a rebound, fought for, and it will come down to Cook for the Truckers. Michaela Cook into the forecourt, all the way to the basket, put it up, no, but she's fouled, says Brian Williams. And a couple of free throws for junior Michaela Cook. Mackenzie Stoika with the foul for Lorain, her second. And Mark Feldman with a decision 2.5 minutes into the game. Does he leave senior Mackenzie Stoika on the floor with 2 fouls?
So far throughout this one, Norwalk 0 for 2 at the free throw line.
Tom Reaney having a discussion right now with Destiny Wilson. Michaela Cook to shoot a couple of free throws, line left. First effort right there.
And with that, you can see the job Norwalk's done moving the ball around. All 4 starters on the board here. Or all 5 starters, excuse me.
Cook bends the knees, and she makes both of them. 10-4, Truckers lead by 6. Destiny Wilson with the basketball into the forecourt. Wilson cross court for Gretchen Conabear. Conabear, a long 3 from the right wing off the rim, no good, and a rebound went off of Morgan Turner out of bounds. That means Lorain will keep possession. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. JV game went to Norwalk in a close one, 35-32. Nizak inbounds. Conabear got it from Wilson. Conabear pass to Nizak, back to Conabear. Calls the play. Cook has her defensively. Man-to-man defense for the Norwalk team. Cross-court pass. The bounce pass is kicked away. No call. Goes into the backcourt, and let's see. We're going to give it to Lorain.
And offensively, Lorain hasn't been able to get into a rhythm here. They've been thrown off by that pressure, and now just not being able to find the open man for the shot.
Conabear with a lob pass. Gets it ahead into the forecourt. Where the basketball is Flores. Flores, and they lose it, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And again, Lorain is struggling with this Norwalk press. Foul on Gretchen Conabear, her first, team's third. And Norwalk with the ball and a 6-point lead. And the Lady Truckers with an outstanding 14-6 regular season so far. They're going to end their regular season Saturday at Tiffin Columbian. Shot goes up by Fedorov, no, but she's fouled, and Norwalk will open the tournament with fellow Northern Ohio League member Sandusky High. For the Lady Titans, this is their last home game, but they're back in action tomorrow night, their 3rd game in 3 days as they go to Warren Harding, and then they'll open up tournament play Saturday afternoon at Cuyahoga Falls. So because of all the bad weather we've had and the postponements, a lot of games are trying to get in a short period of time, and Lorain's going to have to play 4 games in 5 nights. That's not going to be an easy thing. We've got a timeout on the floor. The Lorain Titans take it, but Hyatt, 4 games in 5 nights is difficult. That's an NBA schedule. And don't forget that 5th game is going to be at 1 in the afternoon on a Saturday.
And a lot of travel, too. Warren is far. Cuyahoga, a relatively far drive, so it's not right around the block for these girls. They're going to have a lot to endure on this road trip.
Again, it's senior night here at Lorain. We hope you enjoyed the senior night festivities. Hyatt Hernan and Joe Bach brought you all the pictures in the pregame. Very nice festivities here, and it's always an important game, but it's also an emotional night to Hyatt, and I think it might take a few minutes after that to kind of settle in and then get your mind around what you got to do tonight as far as playing the game.
And again, we saw these girls beforehand in the festivities. A lot of them very emotional. This has been an important experience for them these 4 years, and on an emotional night like this, it might be tough to get things going to play a game right away.
And we're going to get a traveling violation on Angelique Flores. Turnover gives it to Norwalk. I think even Joe Bach had a tear or two in that pregame in the festivities. No, he says he didn't, but I don't know. It looked like it might be getting to him. Fedorov has it. She's gonna hand it off to Lorcher. Got a substitute in for the Lady Truckers. Into the game is Giselle Thomas, a freshman. Pass loose on the floor, and it's picked up by the Lorain Lady Titans, Mackenzie Stoika. She'll get it ahead to Flores, back to Stoika. Stoika into the paint, got it, dribbling, puts it up, tough shot, and she made it. Stoika with her first 2. That was a tough shot, Hyatt.
And she had 9 points in the first quarter last night. So she's been getting on the board lately. Of course, here at the other end, Norwalk puts up 2.
Yeah, Morgan Turner got a nice pass. Boy, how many points has Norwalk got in the paint right underneath the basket? A lot of them. They lead 12-6. Flores with a lob for Destiny Wilson. Nice pass, and they finish it. It's a beautiful pass from Flores to Wilson, and the Lady Titans are within 4. Thomas out to Fedorov. Fedorov right back to Thomas in the corner. She's driving a baseline, reverse layup off the rim twice, no good. Rebound Morgan Turner, back up, no. Rebound Turner back outside to Flowers. Flowers with a runner in the lane, missed it. Offensive rebound, Lorcher, she scores. They must have 15 offensive rebounds in the first quarter.
Well, and at this point, it's looking like they're just padding their stats here.
Well, their rebounding stats, the shooting stats aren't looking so well. Tie up, and we're going to have a jump ball and the alternating possession arrow. It'll stay with Lorain. Substitute for Lorain coming into the basketball game is sophomore Mia Martin. On the inbound, they're going to get it. That is Shaquila Craighead into the game for the first time. The shot goes up, no good, and the return by Mia Martin is up and in. So Mia Martin and Shaquila Craighead into the game for Mark Feldman off his bench. Titans back to within 4, Hyatt.
And on senior night, we may see the future of Lady Titans basketball. Mia Martin and Shaquila Craighead getting into the game as underclassmen.
Well, that's a good point. You know, they would start the seniors, and you want to honor them. And like you say, then and now we're seeing some of the younger young ladies. It's going to be the future of this team. Fedorov gets it back outside. On the run, Thomas put it up off the glass and in. Giselle Thomas, her first two. 16-10 Norwalk with 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Flores in the backcourt, guarded by Fedorov. Fedorov hanging in there. Breaks the press, gets it into the forecourt. Flores picks up her dribble. Got it ahead to Craighead. Craighead in the corner. To Nizak. Nizak with her pass, it's stolen away. Fedorov has it. The steal came from Kaylee Flowers. Got it to Fedorov. 10-footer in the lane. Back of the rim a couple of times. No. Norwalk with another offensive rebound. And Thomas lost control of it, though. And it's stolen away by Angelique Flores. Titans just got to settle down a little bit, cut down on the turnovers, and get some defensive rebounds. They'll be fine. Shot by Flores, no good. And Fedorov had the rebound. Got it ahead to Kaylee Flowers. Flowers with a pass that's knocked out of bounds, and will stay with the Lady Truckers.
And Lorain's just a few key mistakes away from this game being tied. Of course, the 2 turnovers from that pressure from Norwalk. Erase those and do better jobs on those, and you're just 2 points down here. So they've been hanging in there throughout this one.
On the inbounds, it's stolen away by Craighead, but she was stepping out of bounds. And of course, I've got a number for Lorain that Coach Feldman didn't give me. Number 14, we don't know who it is. Maybe in between quarters you could find out for us. Shot goes up and in. 18-10. There's a good lesson for you, Hyatt. You get here early, you ask the coaches everything, they write down the numbers, they still give you a wrong number. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. With the basketball inside, shot goes up, no good by Craighead, and on the return, we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Titans will be the line for 2. Foul on Giselle Thomas. Mia Martin at the line for 2. Shot up and in.
Well, so far throughout this one, Norwalk with 12 rebounds compared to Lorain with just 3. And that's something they'll have to work on, especially at halftime.
18-11 Norwalk. Second free throw by Martin, around rim and out. Offensive rebound. It went through the hands of Destiny Wilson. Out of bounds, but it went off of Norwalk, so it'll be Lorain basketball. This is Tom Marini. Tom Marini, one of our 3 officials, hands the ball off to Gretchen Conabear. Gretchen will get it back on the baseline right. Now she'll bring it up top. So they start the offense with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bounce pass for Mia Martin at the left elbow. Martin lost it, gets tied up, and the jump ball, it's going to go to Norwalk.
with under 30 seconds here. Wouldn't be surprised to see Norwalk try to hold on to this one for one last shot.
Inbound, Giselle Thomas. Thomas with the basketball. Into the forecourt. Thomas, double team. Gets rid of it to Fedorov, the foul line jumper right there. Boy, that's a nice looking shot. Fedorov with 4. It's 20-11 Norwalk. 10 seconds first quarter. Conabear into the forecourt. She looks at the clock. It says 5 seconds. Pass on the left wing for Martin. On the drive, puts it up, no good, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. Our score, it is Norwalk 20, the Lorain Lady Titans 11. We'll be back with the second quarter of action. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Lefebvre, and this is Johnny. We're working with Best Friends Animal Society to stop the suffering of millions of breeding dogs in puppy mills who supply puppies to pet stores. You can help too, by not adding to the demand for pet store puppies. When searching for your next best friend, do what I did. Adopt. Don't shop. Let a shelter dog like Johnny steal your heart.
And welcome back to Lorain High. The Titans trail at 20-11. Sharday McCall, young lady wearing number 14 that we didn't have her number. And thanks to Joe Bach for getting that information to us in between quarters. Lorain opens up the second quarter with the basketball. They trail by 9. A lot of work to do, Hyatt, but they've got 3 quarters to make it up in.
And with a few key turnovers, a few key mistakes in that first quarter, got them behind.
And there's part of the comeback right there. Angelique Flores with the basket, her first 2, 20-13. Truckers up by 7. Thomas into the forecourt. Thomas dribbling all the way to the hole. She'll kick it outside for Quinn Walton into the game for the first time. To Fedorov. Fedorov into the lane, puts up an 8-footer, too strong. Rebound, Lady Titans. With the basketball is Angelique Flores. Flores across the midcourt line. Flores with a bounce pass for Destiny Wilson. Inside, nice pass. Shot is missed from point-blank range by Melina Nieto into the game for the first time. So it's Nieto, Wilson, Flores, Mia Martin, and Gretchen Conabear on the floor for Lorain. And as soon as we tell you that, of course, Mark Feldman substitutes. Mia Martin comes out. Coming in is Mackenzie Stoika. There's a bounce pass for Destiny Wilson. Misses the shot off the rim a couple of times. Norwalk with a rebound. Lorain had 2 good chances, Hyatt, but just couldn't finish.
And that's the kind of opportunities they need to take advantage of to get back in this one.
Gretchen Conabear with a steal from Quinn Walton. And the basketball comes back to Lorain. Destiny Wilson has it over Fedorov, off the glass and in. Destiny Wilson with 4. Lorain with a 4-0 run to begin the second quarter, 20-15. And Coach Manlet's going to make a couple of substitutions for Norwalk. Walton throws it at the basket and it went in. 20. Oh, they gave the basket to Lorain. That should have went to Norwalk. It's 22-15. Gretchen Conabear with the basketball, puts it off the rim, no good. And a rebound loose on the floor. Thomas has it. She's going to drive and score. Giselle Thomas with the basket.
And we talked so much about the second chance opportunities on offensive rebounds for Norwalk in the first quarter. Their first 4 points of the second quarter coming off one-shot opportunities, and they just made the first shot.
And here comes Giselle Thomas. She's going to lay it up and miss it, and the rebound comes out to Mackenzie Stoika. I've only got Norwalk with 1 basket in the second quarter. Did they make 2?
If I was correct, it was 20-11.
Right. But I don't think the scoreboard's right, is my point. Fedorov with the ball, drives in. Fedorov scores. And there's a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Titans with the timeout. That's a full timeout. Gives us time at 26-15. Norwalk, the scoreboard says, although I think it's 24-15, but they had the scoreboard wrong. Both teams were wrong for a while. They went to correct it, and I'm not sure they did. But We'll let them figure that out. What we're going to tell you is, are you employed by or retired from Lorain City Schools? If the answer is yes, then pay close attention to the following. Don't get a 3-second call. With low interest rates on your investments, step up to the line and shoot your way to success at the Lorain School Employees Credit Union. We will fast break the competition so that you can win the financial game of interest. Choose a certificate of deposit and watch your APY score the maximum. You'll score a goal every time when you call LSECU at 282-4600. Mark Feldman takes his second timeout. Norwalk has all 5 remaining. Lorain with 3 to go. Scoreboard says 26-15, the Lady Truckers.
Now, when I was looking over my scores, I had 4 points for Giselle Thomas. The scoreboard had 6.
Yeah, I've got her with 6.
Other than that, I can't find any problems there.
All right, 26-15 it is. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in a half. Lady Titans down by 11. Conabear drives in, puts it up and in. Conabear with 4. 26-17. With the basketball, Michaela Cook. Cook with the basketball in between the circles. Cook, right-hand dribble. Pass to Lorcher on the 3-point line over to Morgan Turner. Turner guarded very closely by Flores. Got it to Fedorov. Destiny Wilson on here. Kaylee Flowers with it. Conabear draws that assignment. Lorain playing much more aggressive defense right now. Cook has it. Cook will hand it off to Flowers. Flowers spins around Wilson, put it up off the rim, no. And Stoika got the rebound for Lorain. Gets it ahead to Conabear. Conabear's pass to Destiny Wilson, lays it in. Boy, a beautiful layup that time. Well, that's a fast break, Hyatt, when you don't dribble the ball.
Yeah.
Think about it. There were no dribbles on that possession.
And you see what can come for Lorain when they get the offensive rebound. Stoika gets the rebound cleanly and then is 2 passes away from an easy layup. And boy, what a pass from Conabear there.
Norwalk to inbound. They lead 26-19 with a little more than 4 minutes to go in the first half. They inbound the shot by Lorcher, missed it from point-blank range. And here comes Lorain, and they want to push. Ahead to Stoika. She'll throw it at the basket, miss it. It's an air ball, and the rebound comes down to Kaylee Flowers. Flowers ahead to Michaela Cook. Cook with the basketball for the Lady Truckers. Gets it to Lorcher. Lorcher on the 3-point line, Morgan Turner. That passes to Flowers. She'll put it up and miss it. Rebound tapped out to Morgan Turner of Norwalk. Back to Flowers on the drive. No, but she's fouled. And that foul is on Melina Nieto. (26-19) Norwalk. 3:38 to go in the half. Flowers at the line. She's made 1 basket tonight for 2 points. And she makes that free throw. Substitutes coming into the ball game. Coming back in for Lorain is senior Elena Nizak. And back in for the Lady Truckers, freshman Giselle Thomas. Thomas, a freshman with 6 points off the bench. She is a good-looking basketball player. And look at her height as a freshman, Hyatt. And think of what she'll grow into by the time she's a senior. That's a nice-looking athlete for Norwalk.
And on the Lorain side of things, she hasn't gotten out on the court yet, but Malaya Simmons, number 11.
She just walked out there right now.
Just out there right now. Of course, as soon as I say she hasn't gotten out there, she goes out there. But she's listed at 6'1".
Wow.
As a freshman.
Simmons out on the floor for Lorain. The ball loose on the floor. They get tied up. Alternating possession arrow. Norwalk will keep possession. Boy, as tall as she is and as lanky, she reminds you of a former Titan a little bit. Alex Harris. Yeah, doesn't she?
Harris now at Penn State.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make that kind of comparison. I'm just saying the physical look. Shot goes up and in by Giselle Thomas. Mark Feldman hopes that Simmons is half the player Alex Harris was.
Well, and that was obviously a big loss.
Sure.
Both literally and metaphorically for these Titans. And everyone knew this would be sort of a transition year coming into this one.
Giselle Thomas gets called for traveling. Lorain will get the ball back, trailing by 10 with 3:08 to go in the half. And we have a foul on Gretchen Conabear. Conabear called for the foul, offensive foul, trying to get freed for the ball. Tom Rainey with the call. Tom and Mark Feldman have a short discussion about it. Flowers with the basketball, threw it at the basket, missed it. We've got a young lady hurt for Lorain, and that is Elena Nizak, and hopefully she's all right. Mark Feldman has seen too much of this year with young ladies being hurt. Nizak out on the floor right now. Let's take a timeout, Joe Bach. We've got 3:03 to go in the first half. Norwalk leads 29-19, and we'll take this timeout. We'll be back. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools television.
Is that thing getting closer? Look how high that thing's going. Look out there, look at the debris.
Give me the camera.
No, just drive, I've got it.
Zoom in, zoom in.
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, the size of that thing.
It's everywhere.
Are you getting this?
Yeah, I've got it. What was that?
It's the National Guard.
How'd they get here so fast?
I don't know.
Pull over, pull over.
Do you have what it takes to head into the heart of the storm? Check out NationalGuard.com.
3:03 to go in the half. Welcome back. Hopefully Nizak will be all right. She is taken off the floor. And Lorain basketball with under 3 minutes to go in the half. Gretchen Conabear with it. Conabear gets a screen from Destiny Wilson. Conabear left-hand dribble in between the circles. Bounce pass on the high post to Wilson. Put it up, no, but she's fouled. Brian Williams will let us know who this foul is on for Norwalk. And that foul is going to be awarded to Michaela Cook. Her first, team second. Wilson bends the knees, line right, puts it up. No good off the back of the rim. This is the final broadcast in the regular season for the Lorain varsity girls basketball program, and need to thank the always hardworking athletic director, Brian Corey of Lorain City Schools. And Joe Bach showing me during the timeout all the hard work that Brian does when he's here at the games. Both free throws are missed. Rebound comes down to Flowers. The baseline jumper is up, no good. And Lorain will get the rebound. It's knocked away. Fedorov has it for Norwalk. Got it ahead to Giselle Thomas. Thomas will lay it up and score. Giselle Thomas with 10 off the bench, Hyatt. She's been impressive.
And on senior night, it's the underclassman for Norwalk who's taken it over. Impressive stuff from her off the bench.
Yeah, she's a freshman. 31-19, Norwalk with their biggest lead of the night at 12. See if Lorain can get it to single digits by halftime. I think that's kind of the goal right now with 2 minutes to go, Hyatt. Gretchen Conabear had it knocked out of bounds. It'll be off of Norwalk. Lorain will keep possession. For Lorain coming into the basketball game is Milena Nieto. And Norwalk with a substitute. It'll be Adriana Rodriguez for the Lady Truckers. On the inbound, shot goes up by Wilson, no good. They fight for the rebound. It'll go out of bounds to Norwalk. Off of Malaya Simmons. Go ahead.
With less than 2 minutes, I was just going to say, as you mentioned earlier, important for Lorain to cut into this lead. This is still a manageable game.
Right.
Don't let it get away from you with a minute 30 left.
Yeah, this is an important minute and a half in the game. Cook with the basketball. Cook got a screen from Fedorov. Cook baseline left, gets cut off. Nice job defensively by Simmons. And a whistle and a foul on Lorain. And this will put Norwalk at the line for a 1-and-1. It's the 7th team foul on the Lady Titans. Shaquila Craighead with a foul, her first, team 7th. Fedorov at the line for a 1-and-1. She has 6 points on 3 field goals. First free throw up and in. 32-19 Norwalk. Fedorov line left. Second free throw is good.
And that one hurts because now it's tough to cut it under double digits here. Norwalk with the 14-point lead. Lorain would need 2 possessions.
Right. Craighead with the basketball into the forecourt. Craighead on the drive. Put it up. Got it, and a foul. Well, that'll help. Shaquila Craighead with a basket. She'll go to the line with a chance to make a 3-point play.
And you were telling me before the game you haven't announced gymnastics. Well, we saw a couple gymnastics there. Looks like Fear's walking the tightrope.
For sure. Line right. Free throw up and in by Craighead. 33-22. Michaela Cook looking over to her coach Brock Manlett for the call. Norwalk up by 11 with a 1:05 to go in the half. Flowers with a pass inside. And Rodriguez was out of bounds. Give it back to Lorain. That turnover will help. Now Lorain can cut it to single digits with the basket. Although the inbound is stolen away. Flowers had it. She's fouled. Fedorov got the steal. And then she got it to Flowers, who goes to the line after she was fouled. Craighead with the foul, her second. And it's a 1-and-1. She was not in the act of shooting. This is a 1-and-1. Kaylee Flowers, a senior. Free throw up, and she made it. Flowers with 4. 34-22 Norwalk. 1:03 to go in the first half. Flowers again, good again. 35-22. Lorcher in for Norwalk, in for Flowers.
And that's where those fouls hurt you when you're trying to get back in the game.
Yep.
Lorain with 8 compared to Norwalk with only 3. Very disciplined first half from the Truckers.
In the backcourt, Lorain with the basketball. Bringing it across the timeline is Angelique Flores. Her pass for Destiny Wilson. Wilson saved it from going out of bounds, but she threw it to Lorcher, gets tied up. Alternating possession arrow stays with Lorain. So Lorain will keep the basketball with 51 seconds to go in the half. We're going to inbound it to Craighead. Shaquille will bring it back out and set the offense. Screen from Wilson. Got it to Nieto. Nieto at the foul line. Put it up. No good. Rebound loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor. Lorcher picks it up at half court. Her lob for Thomas ahead of the pack. Shot blocked from behind and a foul, says Tom Rainey. So a couple more free throws for the Lady Truckers. Foul on Destiny Wilson. Free throw up and in. Next free throw, both of them are good. I'll tell you what, Norwalk has been impressive at the line tonight. They have outscored Lorain 9-2 at the free throw line. Now all of a sudden the lead's out to 15. Ball loose on the floor. It is kicked out of bounds by Fedorov. Lorain will get it with 16.7 seconds to go, and Gretchen Conabear will check back in for Lorain for this offensive possession. She'll come in for Flores.
And Lorain catching a break there with 16.7 seconds left. Now a chance to get one last shot and cut this lead. It's kind of gotten away from them here with a 15-point deficit.
They inbound Nieto. Nieto at half court. 10 seconds to go in the half. Nieto guarded by Thomas. Back outside, Conabear measures a 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Giselle Thomas. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Giselle Thomas doesn't get the shot off, and that will do it at the end of the half. We've played one half of basketball from Lorain. Our score, it's Norwalk 37 and your Lorain Lady Titans 22. We'll be back with the halftime numbers and the start of the second half. It's senior night, girls varsity basketball. It's on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Hi, I'm Emmitt Smith. Sports has given me a lot to smile about over the years. But as an athlete and a father of young athletes, I know how important it is to protect yourself from injury. That's why I've teamed up with the American Association of Orthodontists to encourage athletes to play it safe. I've seen firsthand how quickly an accident can happen.
Before the start of the third quarter, let's get you some halftime numbers. Norwalk led after one, 20-11. They outscored Lorain 17-11 in the second quarter to take a 37-22 halftime lead. Individually, first for the visitors from Norwalk, Kaylee Flowers with 5, Alicia Lorcher with 4. Sydney Federoff leads with the balanced scoring of the starters, I should say, with 8. Michaela Cook with 2, Morgan Turner 4. 23 points from the starting 5. Off the bench, Quinn Walton 2, and leading the Truckers, freshman Giselle Thomas with 12. For Lorain, it is Angelique Flores with 2, Destiny Wilson 6, Onyx Lopez 2, Mackenzie Stoika with 2. Off the bench, Gretchen Conabear 4, Mia Martin 3, and Shaquila Craighead with 3. 12 from the starters, 10 from the bench, gives Lorain a total of 22. Lorain basketball, they try to get it into Destiny Wilson, it stole it away, and down 15 of Norwalk, or I should say Lorain with a steal, but I wanted to ask you, Hyatt, down 15. Obviously, Lorain with an uphill battle here. They've got to get this closer here in this third quarter.
And they have to cut down on the mistakes and the fouls, especially. During the end of that first half, they had a chance to kind of get back in it, cut it down to 11-ish, 10-ish, and then as soon as that happened, the 1-and-1 kicked in with the team fouls, and Norwalk was able to extend this lead back out to 15, really kind of killed Lorain's momentum.
Melina Nieto makes the basket, makes it 37-24. Lorain scores the first 2 points of the third quarter. Morgan Turner with the basketball. She gets to Cook. It's Federoff, Turner, Cook, Lorcher, and Flowers. Lorcher with a long jumper off the rim, no good. Rebound, Destiny Wilson for Lorain. Had it knocked away, Federoff, and she is fouled from behind by Angelique Flores. For Lorain to begin the second half, you've got Nieto, Wilson, Flores. Also on the floor is Nizak, and the fifth young lady is Mackenzie Stoika. Federoff shooting 2, first one up, nope. And coming in for Lorain, a quick substitution here. Shaquila Craighead will come in for Angelique Flores. Flores also hurt her knee earlier this season, but she has played through it, and that is not easy. 2 big knee injuries this year for Lorain. Onyx Lopez missing most of the year, and Angelique Flores, who's was hurt and then again continues to play through it. Norwalk to inbound, and the inbound to Lorcher, forced it up, no. Put it up again, no, but she's fouled. Norwalk with a couple of, you get those nice inbounds plays where you get those short shots, and even though it's missed, Izzy Santiago says a foul on Norwalk, or on Lorain. Nieto with a foul, her second.
And
Lorcher's
again,
free throw no good, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem, just not even 2 minutes in, Lorain already putting 2 fouls up.
And checking back in for Lorain will be Angelique Flores. She is in for Elena Nizak. Lorcher again, made it 1 out of 2. So Lorcher with 5, pressure in the backcourt. So that was a quick talking to that Flores got, and now she's back out on the floor. Gets the basketball into the forecourt to Stoika, to Destiny Wilson. Destiny trying to get around Federoff, does, put it up and in. Wilson with 8, nice shot there for Destiny. 38-26, they're getting a little bit closer. Pass knocked out of bounds off Norwalk. Lorain gets it, and we're going to see Giselle Thomas coming right back in with a freshman who led all scorers with 12 off the bench. She's coming back in, and she's coming in for Morgan Turner.
And Lorain really needs to capitalize on these unforced turnovers. Norwalk just making a mental error there. Those are the kinds of opportunities you can't waste when you're down 12.
Rob Polinsky along with Hyatt Hernan. Senior night here at Lorain High School. The seniors honored before the ball game. Joe and Hyatt did a really nice job getting you the video of that. I hope you enjoyed it in our pregame show. And it's senior night up here as well because Hyatt Hernan is a senior at Lorain High School. With the basketball into the forecourt. Dribbling around is Flores. Flores back behind the three-point line, put it up. It's partially blocked. And on the rebound, Nieto hurt her knee. She went up for that one. She does get up, though. At the foul line is Thomas. Nieto comes back on defense. Hopefully she's all right. Thomas has it. Thomas dribbling on the three-point line. Got it to Flowers. Flowers had it knocked away. Good steal by Flores. She got it ahead to Stoika. Stoika put it up, no, but she's fouled by Lorcher. Foul on Alicia Lorcher, and at the line will be Mackenzie Stoika. Stoika at the free throw line for Lorain, the senior with 2 points tonight. Missed that one off the rim. Coming in for Norwalk is Quinn Walton. Coming in for Lorain, Elena Nizak. Second free throw, that's off the back of the rim, and it went in. Stoika got a shooter's touch there. Now the lead's cut back to 11. Seems like it's been around this area for a while, that 11 to 15 mark, and just can't get any closer. And there's another foul on the Titans. And that's to your point earlier, Hyatt, where now they're picking up these fouls. And it doesn't mean anything right now, but later in the half, they can put Norwalk in the bonus and let them shoot free throws if they continue.
And that's why, or part of the reason why Lorain hasn't been able to break past this 11 or 10 range, because of the foul opportunities for Norwalk late in the first half.
Conabear in for Nieto, because Nieto picked up that foul. That's her third. And Coach Feldman's going to say you're going right back in. They get her out for a minute. Lorcher puts it up and in. Into the forecourt, Nizik. Nizik will get it to Conabear. Conabear across the midcourt line. Her pass to Destiny Wilson. Wilson back to Conabear, an open three. She'll take it and miss it off the back of the rim. And on the rebound, we get tied up, and a jump ball. It'll stay with Lorain. So now Nieto will come back in, and she's going to come in for Craighead. Also coming into the basketball game for Lorain, Stoika comes out, and coming back in is Angelique Flores. Mark Feldman looking for that right combination. And we get a whistle before. Ryan Williams, Tom Reaney talking to the young ladies from both teams. Flores to inbound, looking, got it for Wilson, and we have an inadvertent whistle, and Lorain will inbound after that inadvertent buzzer went off at the scorer's table. So Lorain inbound, looking, they're going to lob it, it's stolen away. So that buzzer went off, causes Lorain a turnover. Shot goes up and in by Fedorov.
And that's a shame, because on the other end, Destiny Wilson had an open shot before that buzzer. Looked like she was about to take it.
And we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout for the Lorain Titans. Their third timeout of the ball game. They have 2 remaining, and Norwalk has not called a timeout. They have all 5 remaining. Timeout in the third quarter. Norwalk leads 42-27. Lorain Schools TV 20 is your multimedia outlet for all that's happening in Lorain. Visit the Lorain Schools TV 20 Facebook page for information, pictures, and a link to our YouTube channel for our on-demand viewing of all TV 20 games, concerts, and events. Like us for a chance to win great prizes. Win the Lorain High's Club TV 20. Catch the best and most extensive coverage in Northeast Ohio. You can follow on Twitter for scoring updates. We're also on Time Warner Cable Channel 20 in Lorain. Lorain Schools TV 20, the good news about our schools. .443 to go in the third quarter. Quarter and a half of basketball, and Lorain only has 2 timeouts remaining. They're down by 15. And with the basketball, Nieto back out onto the floor with 3 fouls. She'll get it out to Gretchen Conabear. Coach Feldman calling the offensive play. Man-to-man defense for Norwalk. Conabear's got to do something with it. Now going back is Cook, so they take the 5-second call away. And the pass in the backcourt, I should say, to Nizek by the midcourt line. Nice defense for Norwalk, Hyatt.
And this is the kind of pressure we saw early in the game. Not letting Lorain get anyone open.
Conabear with it off the glass and in. The lefty put it up and in. Conabear with a tough angle made that shot. She has 6. 42-29. 3:50 to go in the third, and Giselle Thomas was fouled on the floor on the way to the basket. Foul on Gretchen Conabear, her third. Shaquila Craighead comes in for Lorain. Angelique Flores will come out for Lorain. Inbound to Thomas. Giselle with it. At the right elbow, hands it off to Cook. Michaela Cook had her pocket picked by Nizak. Nice job, got it to Craighead. Craighead into the forecourt, 2-on-1, lost control, got it back. She's gonna pass it out to Gretchen Conabear for 3. It's off the rim, no good. And on the rebound, we're gonna get a whistle and a foul. And Tom Rainey says that foul at reach was on Craighead. Her third. Fouls are piling up. Nieta with 3, Craighead with 3, Conabear with 3. 5th foul on Lorain. 42-29. Norwalk by 13 with 3:25. You know, Norwalk got out to that 9-point lead after a quarter, and since then it's been very close, but that big first quarter has really helped Norwalk tonight, Hyatt.
And that's pretty much been the lead, right around 9-10 points. Lorain hasn't been able to break through past that throughout this whole game. Norwalk really setting the tone early there.
Thomas gets it back up top to Flowers. Bounce pass Fedorov over to Thomas. She'll take it, miss it off the rim. Long rebound to Flowers. Kaylee got tied up, and the possession, or I should say, where's the arrow going to here? It is going to stay with Norwalk. Coming in, Adriana Rodriguez in for Norwalk. She'll come in for Quinn Walton. They look to inbound. Do so to Fedorov on the baseline. Fedorov back outside to Michaela Cook. Norwalk with the ball, up by 13. Lorain sitting back in a zone. Norwalk, you would think, wouldn't be in any big hurry, up 13. Fedorov back outside to Thomas. Thomas and Fedorov play catch. Inside to Lorcher, she's fouled. Lorain, again, very aggressive on defense, and that's why they're picking up all these fouls. That's their 6th. Foul on Destiny Wilson, her 2nd, team 6th. Any more fouls on Lorain, and Norwalk's in the bonus the rest of the game.
And that makes it very tough for Lorain to get back into this one, especially with the rate that they've been fouling. I mean, I can see Norwalk going to the line an awful lot in this 4th quarter.
Lorcher makes the free throw, or makes the easy basket, I should say, in the paint. 44-29. With the basketball, losing it out of bounds. Lorain will stay with it. Stay with Lorain. Titans again down 15 with 2:19 to go in the third. For Norwalk, checking back into the game is Mallory Gregory in for the first time. Mallory Gregory in for Lorcher. Bounce pass, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Fedorov. That's just the 2nd team foul on Norwalk, her first. You guys said the other night was a short night. Well, this one isn't. Between the senior night festivities and everything else, it's going to be a long, long night. With the basketball are the Lady Titans. Conabear has it. Conabear gets it to Destiny Wilson. Back out to Mackenzie Stoika. Stoika on the drive. Put it up and in. Nice shot, Mackenzie Stoika. 44-31. Hyatt, they just hang right around here. We keep saying it, but it's true. They just can't get over the hump.
They have to keep things interesting here on WLCS TV 20.
No, they'll do that, no doubt about it. Fedorov gets to Giselle Thomas. Thomas is fouled, and there's the 7th team foul on Lorain. Melina Nieto with a foul, her fourth. Free throw up, no good. Flores comes in for Elena Nizak. Second free throw up and in. Thomas with 13, that's her first points of the second half. With the basketball into the forecourt is Flores. Flores has it with 1:20 to go. Lob, it's going to be knocked away, stolen away by the Lady Truckers. Thomas has it. Thomas across midcourt. Thomas on the drive into the paint, threw it up, no good, out of bounds to Norwalk, or to Lorain. On the inbound, Nieto has it. She's got 4 fouls. A little more than a minute to go in the third quarter. We got a whistle and a foul in the backcourt on Norwalk.
This possession in this last minute 5, big for Lorain. They can try to cut this down here. Of course, we've been saying that an awful lot, but they've been hanging around, and that means that with a couple good shots, they can get.
And there's
right back
one of them right there. Nieto scores. She's got 4. 45-33. Nieto with the basket. Into the forecourt comes Thomas. Thomas is going to drive. She gets tied up. Jump ball. Alternating possession arrow. Give it back to Lorain here on senior night. The Lorain Lady Titans trying to draw a little closer here towards the end of the third. With the basketball is Flores. Flores into the forecourt. 35 seconds to go in the third. Lorain down by 12. Mark Feldman shouting out the instructions for his team. Gretchen Conabear gets it to Destiny Wilson. Wilson, top of the circle. Wilson trying to get around Fedorov. Had it knocked away, got it back to Conabear for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Giselle Thomas for Norwalk. Her outlet is knocked away and stolen by Flores. We're down to 11 seconds to Stoika. Stoika gets her past to Destiny Wilson. Wilson, baseline jumper, short. Rebound, loose on the floor. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They battle for it, out of bounds to who? Izzy Santiago says Norwalk ball. With less than a second to go in the third quarter. So Nizik comes back in for Lorain. Fedorov to inbound. She'll inbound to Cook, and that'll do it for the third quarter. We've played 3 quarters of basketball. Our score, it is Norwalk 45, Lorain 33. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
They've stormed beaches and freed countries. They've raised our flag and our hope. They've been called leathernecks. They've been called devil dogs. But above all, they're called Marines.
And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Rob Polinsky along with Hyatt Hernan on WLCS TV 20. Into the forecourt, Lorcher has it, put it up, no good. They battle for the rebound, and it comes down to Gretchen Conabear gets tied up. It'll be Lorain basketball, and Hyatt, you saw a pretty interesting anomaly in the numbers there between the quarters you mentioned.
Exactly 11 points every quarter for Lorain. 11 after the first, 22 after the second, and 33 now after the third. If I were a betting man, I'd put Lorain right at 44 points in this one.
Well, since Norwalk has 45 already, they better get more than that. With the basketball, Mackenzie Stoika got the steal. Stoika, Flores, Nieto, Conabear, and Destiny Wilson are the 5 on the floor for Lorain to begin the fourth quarter. Conabear misses from long range, out of bounds to Norwalk. It's Fedorov, Flowers, Cook, Rodriguez, and Lorcher, the 5 on the floor for Norwalk to begin the fourth quarter. We mentioned what a late night it is here. Poor Scott Summers from the Lorain Morning Journal. He may not be able to get his story in tomorrow. His deadline is coming up. Senior night, long JV game, he's the poor guy. He's scrambling to do his job tonight. Cook with the basketball at the foul line. Gets it back outside to Kaylee Flowers. If anybody can get the job done, though, it's Scotty Summers. With the basketball, Rodriguez. Her lob for Cook, back outside to Flowers. Flowers gets tied up. Jump ball, nice defense by Lorain Hyatt.
And that was awful close, playing very aggressive there. Of course, they can't go over the line in terms of aggressiveness because Norwalk in 1-and-1 territory, 7 fouls against the Titans this half.
Conover comes out. Coming in for Lorain is going to be Shaquila Craighead. Fedorov to inbound. Does so to Lorcher. Lorcher's foul. Foul on Lorain is Shaquila Craighead. That is her 4th. And Lorcher at the line for 2. I'm sorry, that's Craighead's 5th foul. She is fouled out of the ball game. So she's the first young lady to foul out. She may not be the last. And the clock has been running. I'm not sure where we're at with that. Free throw up and in by Lorcher. Free throw off the rim, no good. Lorcher makes 1 out of 2. 46-33, 6:40 to go in the game. And we got a whistle on a travel on Lorain.
And again, these small mistakes have just added up for Lorain over the course of this game.
6.5 minutes to go. Norwalk by 13. Cook with the basketball on the 3-point line. Michaela Cook got it to Morgan Turner. Cross court for Fedorov. Fedorov to Lorcher. Man-to-man defense for Lorain now. They can't sit in the zone, down 13 in the 4th quarter. Flowers traveled. Nice defense by Nieto, causing Kaylee Flowers to travel.
And Lorain really starting to step it up here in the 4th quarter. We saw earlier forcing some jump balls in key times, and now really doing their best to stay in this one on senior night.
And it's getting a little ugly as the ball gets knocked around, and Wilson does pick it up, though. Lorain does regain control of the ball. Flores has it. We've played 2 minutes of the 4th quarter. Flores got it to Nieto. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound is for Lorain, and it was Nizik with the rebound, and I believe she was fouled. Brian Williams says the foul is on Morgan Turner of Norwalk. So Elena Nizik at the line, looking for her first points tonight. Made it. Nizik with her first point of the night, the 5'4" senior. Again, Lorain started 5 seniors tonight on senior night, including Onyx Lopez, who hurt her knee early in the season, has missed most of the season. They put her out here in like a ceremonial start, let her score a basket, and then they let Norwalk score a basket, immediately got Onyx out of the game. That was a very nice gesture of sportsmanship on both teams' parts. So all 5 young ladies that started for Lorain tonight were their 5 seniors. Fedorov in the forecourt gets tied up, and the arrow this time will give it back to Lorain. 46-34. Gretchen Conover coming back in for Lorain. Conover comes in for Stoika.
And again, down just 12 points. Lorain not getting blown out. Really hanging around in this one. Just haven't been able to break through to single digits since that 9-point lead in the 1st quarter for Norwalk.
Jumper in the corner by Flores, no good. Rebound Morgan Turner for Norwalk. She'll hand it off to Kaylee Flowers. Flowers guarded closely by Conabear and got it to Cook, and Cook was out of bounds. Out of bounds, Michaela Cook give the ball back to Lorain. 5:11 remains. Giselle Thomas back in for Norwalk. She has had an outstanding night with 13 points, although 12 of those were in the first half. Hyatt, Lorain has done a much better job on that young lady in the second half.
And a lot of the trends we noticed in the first kind of changing. Of course, Norwalk coming out and getting a lot of offensive rebounds. Those have kind of evened out. Lorain has gotten a lot of those boards in the defensive zone more often since that first quarter.
Turnover on the inbounds. So it'll be Norwalk basketball. They get it to Flowers. Flowers with her pass stolen away by Destiny Wilson. Wilson with a long outlet, too long, and it's stolen by Thomas of Norwalk. Thomas into the forecourt all the way to the basket, put it up, no good. Rebound tied up. The alternating possession arrow will go to Norwalk High with 4:51 to play. 46-34, Norwalk by 12. Each team has scored at 1 point in the fourth quarter. You're starting to get the feeling that Lorain's running out of time. Shot in the corner, no good. Offensive rebound, Lorcher. Got it back outside. Flowers missed it, and Conabear gets the rebound for the Titans. Lorain's got to start making some headway here on this lead if they're going to get back into it. Conabear on the drive. Conabear with a pass. No, but she's fouled. Or was it a shot? We're going to find out from Tom Reaney right here. Yeah, it's 2 shots. Foul on Sydney Federoff, her second, team's 5th. Conabear at the line for 2, made it. Gretchen Conabear with 7. Coming in for Lorain for the first time is Jair Beard, a freshman. Jair Beard, a 5'6" freshman. Conabear, no, and a lane violation on Lorain, says Izzy Santiago. 46-35, the lead's 11, 4:34 to go. Cook into the forecourt to Thomas. Truckers with it. Gretchen Conabear going for the steal, doesn't get it. Over to Lorcher in the corner. Federoff's jumper, no good, but she's fouled. And she'll go to the line for 2, the foul on Elena Nizik. But Lorain has committed a ton of fouls in this game. They were in the double bonus in the first half. They've committed 19 fouls in the second half. Federoff makes the first one. Federoff again, missed it. Rebound, Destiny Wilson. Wilson, then her pass gets knocked away, stolen by Federoff, and she's fouled. Federoff will go right back to the free throw line.
And again, we see the problem with all these fouls Lorain's been taking. It cut it down to 11, 2 points away from getting it into single digits. But these 2 fouls in a row let Norwalk extend this lead right back.
Federoff at the line makes the free throw. Conabear with 4 fouls. Federoff again. Good again. 49-35 Norwalk. Stoika into the forecourt. Stoika with a basketball. Stoika backs out. Gets it outside to Flores, over to Destiny Wilson. Back outside to Stoika. Stoika had her pass knocked away, stolen. Federoff has it. Federoff picks up her dribble in the backcourt. Gets it to Giselle Thomas. Thomas looking for a teammate. Got it to Cook. Cook 3-on-1. Nice bounce pass to Lorcher. She scored. Beautiful bounce pass from Quinn Walton to Alicia Lorcher. And a whistle and a timeout, I believe. Yep, timeout for Lorain. This will be their fourth. They have one more remaining with 3:38 to go in the basketball game. Joe Bach, our boss, says timeout. We'll take one as well. Norwalk leads by 16. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television. .351 to go in the basketball game. Lorain down by 16. Running out of time, Hyatt.
Yeah, and they've been hanging around, but they just haven't done enough to be able to break into this lead, and they've been giving Norwalk too many opportunities.
Yeah. Well, the fouls, they're just not quick enough on their feet. You know, that's where they're picking up a ton of fouls. Been in the double bonus in each half. Inbound for Destiny Wilson. Wilson ran it down. Wilson lost it. Fedorov with the steal. Got it to Thomas. Norwalk basketball into the forecourt. Thomas is going to push it. Get it out to Walton. Over to Lorcher. And Brock Manlett, the third-year head coach, says run the offense. Norwalk looking to go to 15-6 with a win. Fedorov with their pass. It's knocked out of bounds. Norwalk will keep it. Truckers will end their regular season Saturday at Tiffin Columbian. They'll open up their Division II tournament play with a third matchup with Sandusky. Norwalk has won the first two matchups. For Lorain, they're going to end the regular season Thursday, tomorrow night at Warren Harding, and then they will enter tournament play Saturday afternoon at Cuyahoga Falls. On the inbound, Norwalk has it. Quinn Walton, baseline right. Out to Giselle Thomas. Norwalk brings it back out. Pass to Walton. Walton with a cross-court pass intercepted. Destiny Wilson. Inside of 3 minutes to play. Lady Titans down 16. Cross-court pass, and before that we had a double dribble on Destiny Wilson. For Norwalk, coming back in, Mallory Gregory, a sophomore.
And looking at the scoreboard, you can really see how Norwalk has moved the ball around. 13, 12, and 12 points for their top three scorers.
Good balance tonight, as Hyatt just told you. Fedorov with the basketball, bounce pass to Thomas as they play keep away. Get it to Quinn Walton. Walton inside for Lorcher. Lorcher got it, put it up and in. Lorcher with 14, 10 of them in the second half, and it's 53-35. Lorain, their biggest deficit at 18 with 2:15 to go. On senior night here at Lorain High School, Conabear. Cross-court pass, Stoika. Stoika got it inside to Nieto. Nieto is going to be fouled by Quinn Walton. 2:06 to go in the game. Stay tuned this weekend. Joe Bach will have it for you. A lot of basketball, wrestling coming up. They've got the Division I sectional wrestling this weekend from Lorain. They'll have all the sessions probably coming up early next week, I would imagine. Joe Bach shakes his head yes, says they will replay that several times on WLCS TV 20. So sectional wrestling this weekend at Lorain. Talk with Brian Corey beforehand, the Lorain City Schools athletic director. Tell me that Lorain has hosted that for about 20 years now. Second free throw, no good. Brian still hasn't seen any of it. But Lorain has hosted it for 20 years. Inbound to Destiny Wilson, shot goes up. He admits it, shot goes up, no good. Rebound comes down to Quinn Walton. Walton into the forecourt. Walton, Dan Ransom does a great job of running that tournament. Be happy to be here Friday night. Thomas with the basketball. Thomas in the corner. Back out to Fedorov, foul line jumper around rim, and it went in. Fedorov for the basket. 55-35 Norwalk. Conabear for three. She got it. That's the first three tonight for either team, Hyatt, and it's 55-38.
And Conabear has been trying a couple of those. Good to see her finally sink one. And as you mentioned, Norwalk's offense not used to running with a lot of threes.
Norwalk beats the press. They get it into Adrian Rodriguez, and the young lady scores her first points of the night. Conabear with the basketball with a little more than a minute to go in the ball game. Her pass is loose on the floor, still loose, and it is going to be picked up by Stoika for Lorain. Madison Stoika with it. Stoika's going to dribble in, put it up, yes, and she's fouled. Mackenzie Stoika with a heck of a job there. Stoika with 7. She'll look for 8 at the line. Mackenzie Stoika, senior, playing her final game here at Lorain High School on this floor. Flores comes back in for Lorain, in for Nieto. Free throw, round rim and out, rebound Fedorov. Under a minute to play. Got it to Thomas. Thomas into the forecourt. Thomas, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. Foul on Gretchen Conabear. She is fouled out of the game. She's the second young lady for Lorain to foul out tonight. She finishes with 10 points. So she joins Shaquila Craighead as having fouled out. And that will bring Nieto back in. Giselle Thomas for 2 for Norwalk. She has 13. Free throw no good. Checking in for Lorain is Jair Beard. In for Angelique Flores. Second free throw, good. Thomas made 1 out of 2. With the basketball's Nieto. Gets it across the timeline. Nieto had it knocked away by Fedorov. Fedorov with the basketball, 40 seconds to play. Fedorov got it to Thomas. 35 seconds to go in the game. Thomas on the drive all the way to the basket. No, and she's fouled by Stoika. Joe, we're going to have to discuss overtime. I mean, I don't, you know, it's up for discussion. I'm just saying. Free throw up, and it has been a long night. Coming in for Lorain, Kristen DiBernardo. DiBernardo, a sophomore, coming in. Also coming in is going to be Norway Clark. And the seniors coming off the floor. Elena Nizak, Angelique Flores coming off the floor, getting an ovation. 30 seconds to play. Norwalk leads by 20. Inbound to Destiny Wilson. Wilson, the only senior on the floor right now. Wilson guarded by Turner. Wilson lost it loose on the floor, picked up by Morgan Turner, and she's going to be fouled with 18 seconds to go in the ball game. Foul on Destiny Wilson. Mia Martin will check back in for Lorain after this first free throw by Morgan Turner. And Destiny Wilson will come out. Nice ovation from the crowd that's here.
And what a great job and what a great commitment by those 5 girls out there who are seniors. The last 4 years of their high school careers really giving it all in this Lady Titans basketball program, and they should be proud of all their accomplishments during that time.
Yeah, I agree with you, Hyatt. DiBernardo with the basketball at the foul line. She's going to shoot it off the front of the rim. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is going to do it. And this one comes to an end. Our final score tonight, it was Norwalk 61, Lorain 40. We'll wrap things up when we come back after this final timeout. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools television.
Plant inspiration. Provide youth with the creative tools and skills to cultivate it. be amazed at what can grow. Adobe Youth Voices in the Peapod Foundation. Learn more at plantandinspire.org.
And welcome back to Lorain High. The Lorain Titans play senior night, their final time on the floor here at Lorain High School. And unfortunately for the 5 seniors and the rest of the Titans, they fall to this one to a good Norwalk team, 61-40. Alongside Hyatt Hernan, I'm Rob Polinsky, and we want to thank Joe Bach for his fine work on the camera work. Let's quickly run through the final numbers. Norwalk led after 1, 20-11. They led 37-22 at a half. 45-33 after 3, and they win it 61-40. Individually, first for the Lorain Titans, Elena Nizak, all 5 seniors on the team started tonight. Elena Nizak with 1, Angelique Flores with 2. It was Destiny Wilson with 8. Mackenzie Stoika had 7. And a real nice sign of sportsmanship, Onyx Lopez started, scored a basket as they opened the ball game. They let her score a basket. Then Norwalk got to score a basket. Lopez came out of the ball game. And you might ask why. Well, she had hurt her knee severely earlier this year, has not been able to play since about the 3rd or 4th game of the season, and they let her come out here and do that tonight. Real nice gesture. Onyx Lopez finished with 2, so 20 from the starting 5 of Lorain, and they also got 20 off their bench. Gretchen Conaber had 10 before she fouled out. Mia Martin with 3, Shaquila Craig had 3, and Melina Nieto with 4. 20 from the bench, 20 from the starters gives Lorain 40. For Norwalk, Kaylee Flowers with 5, Alicia Lorcher with 14. Sydney Federoff had 15, Michaela Cook with 2, Morgan Turner with 5, 41 points from the starting 5 of Norwalk. Off the bench, Quinn Walton 2, Giselle Thomas led everybody in scoring with 16, and she's a freshman off the bench with 16. And Adriana Rodriguez with 2. 20 off the bench, 41 from the starting 5 gave Norwalk their victorious total of 61. So Hyatt, the Truckers go to 15-6, Lorain 6-15. Lorain with one more regular season game at Warren Harding. Then the second season begins Saturday at Cuyahoga Falls for Mark Feldman's team.
And while they come up short tonight, tonight was a night to remember the 4 years that these 5 seniors have put into this program, everything they've done, all their accomplishments. A very emotional night for these girls, and they should be proud. Unfortunately, just ran into a very good Norwalk girls team.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said earlier, not only was it senior night for the 5 young ladies on the floor, but for my broadcast partner, Hyatt Hernan, a senior here at Lorain. So, Hyatt, I'm sure it was fun for you as well.
And I've had a great opportunity to work with WLCS TV 20 again for these last 4 years, and coming close to the last games. With the way the schedule works out, this could be my last game, but I don't know for sure. So if it is, thanks for watching, and thanks for everything that the WLCS TV 20 crew has done for me.
That's one thing you never know about broadcasting. How it can always be your last game. You never know. We never know either when it's going to be. Are they going to win? Are they going to lose? When's the season going to be over? But what we do know now, for now, is that Lorain loses tonight to Norwalk by a score of 61-40. A lot of people to thank. I want to thank Joe Bach, again, our producer, cameraman, Brian Corey, the Lorain City Schools athletic director, my broadcast partner, Hyatt Hernan. Most of all, we want to thank you for watching. One more time, the final from Lorain. This is Rob Polinsky saying the final score. It was the Norwalk Lady Truckers 61, your Lorain Lady Titans 40. You're watching girls varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.